Good morning, Venice, Northport, Englewood, and surrounding South County of Sarasota areas. This is Francesco Abbruzzino. Today is the 13th of December, and it's a big Friday, ready to start the weekend. A lot of stuff happening in the news. Well, actually, not that much at all. So, let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, let's get started with giving a shout out to today's sponsor of the program, the Venice Print Center. Doing some amazing things out there. They're in South Venice, right in that little strip mall across from Arc Plaza. Locals, they've been in the area since the 80s. He graduated from high school, and they're doing some good things. So, give them a call for your print needs at 496-9009. Again, the Venice Print Center at veniceprintcenter.com. Highly recommended and BBB accredited. Also with the Venice Chamber and BNI, so they're out there helping the community. Let's get started in the news. There's nothing really at the county level, so we're going to pop right into the Venice. And one of the things I'm going to note is accidents. This is an accident that happened yesterday at Sweet Bay, and that's a ring that was lost. Sweet Bay and McDonald's. A lot of congestion out there, folks. We're going to see more. I feel like I'm being redundant. We're going to see a lot of more congestion. It's going to lead to more accidents. The reason I'm bringing this up is there's another accident right now reported about 20 minutes ago on 776, and I guess the traffic's getting really backed up there. So, I think it was Josh Taylor put out a story about the snowbirds coming back in town. It's getting congested out there again, so making sure that you're just driving defensively versus offensively, and just being careful out there as we progress on into the season. You're going to see more and more cars, more and more congestion, and we know what happens there. The next story, Venice High is going to start offering the IB Diploma, International Baccalaureate Program in Sarasota. Right now, just Riverview offers it. It's an international program. Some people on the posting were saying that, hey, why aren't we focused more on America? I'm not sure where they're going with it. This is an excellent program. A lot of kids, if they're trying to get into college really looks at this and puts a lot of emphasis on this type of program. And it's going to be, I think they've already hired, it says here, the individual in charge of it. There's a newly appointed IB program coordinator, and the future IB staff members must attend IB recognized professional development activities. They plan on getting this program running at the earliest in fall of 2015, according to Jack. Let's see, it's a sanction. The actual IB sanctioned portion of the curriculum would not begin until a student's junior year. This times perfectly for my daughter. She'll have just about all of her classes finished by the end of her sophomore year, and she'll be a junior, starting a junior year in 2015. So, good things happening out there at Venice. I think somebody was on there slamming Venice High School, and I got to tell you, I graduated from Venice High School. I think I became successful, especially if you saw me when I was in high school. I think I think they put out all the tools that the state mandates, all the accredited programs. I think their teaching staff does the job they need to do. I think it's up to the parents and the students to take the tools that are available to them and excel. My daughter's doing phenomenal there. I know many kids are doing phenomenal there. There's some kids that are struggling. So again, it's all the person and their desire and drive to succeed, I think. Let's see. The next is the school psychologist accused of fleeing and crashing the car. This is a story that I broke. Got a lot of flack from it saying it was hearsay, and it wasn't. I did a lot of factual checking on it. It comes out, Sarasota Herald wrote something yesterday, and lo and behold, everything's out there. They did miss a couple of things that I think are imperative if he's a psychologist. Allegedly, there's a 12/17 date out there where he has some issues, and if it's true and those issues are out there, I got a real concern with him being a psychologist for kids. I don't know if he's a good or bad psychologist. You're hearing mixed stuff out there. The issue now is that he's going through some issues where he may need some help, and probably that's not the ideal position for him. But let's see what happens. I could be wrong. And then I guess somebody came on and talked about the individuals that were hurt when he was doing 105 miles down the road. And they were an elderly couple. So there's mixed feelings out there. Some postings on the Venice Scoop page primarily. I did put it on the Northport Scoop page because he's out there, but not as many people are commenting. All right, over here we have, this is the issue that I brought up and that's it for Venice, actually. Not a lot of news, folks. This one's over in Englewood, but it pertains to Venice, Northport, and it's basically that flood insurance program again. And here's another resident, Lori Lewis. She's still trying to figure out how to afford flood insurance for her modest 1960s two-bedroom home. It's near Lemon Bay, and she's facing an increase from $1,200 to $7,000 a year. Now, it's not as bad as the last person. I think he went from $3,000 to $48,000. But it's really starting to impact a lot of people in the area. And it's not just the people on the beaches or someone that's right up here on the island of Venice on the ICW. It's your middle-income folk, people that worked all their life, maybe. They came down here, retired, and they're on Lemon Bay on a little access there. Or they're in an area that's considered flood. I forget what the terminology is. But they fall into a classification that's going to increase their money. I mean, look at this modest two-bedroom home. There's not much to it, and unfortunately, they're just going to have it. They're just going to have a tough time with that insurance bill that they're going to be getting. Next is the holiday tradition continues in Rotunda West. This is an Englewood story, and basically they showed the parade site and a bunch of the different vehicles that were coming through. I thought I had it set up. Here we go. Some people out there enjoying the parade and Rotunda. Look at that tractor getting up on all two wheels. Lemon Bay High School came out there. Some kids out there doing a little dance. Got the horses in the parade. So good things happening out there, and they all enjoyed that event. All right, next. Construction's to begin in Englewood on Veterans Memorial. It's been long anticipated, and they've been waiting for it. It's going to begin within 2 months and be completed about next year. Debbie Marks, manager of the Englewood Community Redevelopment Area, says it's going to be beautiful. So we got this happening in Englewood. You got the Sumter exit renovation going on now in Northport, which is going to take a year. So a lot of construction out there. Expanding the roadways, getting ready for increased congestion. We're doing it out on River Road right now, and soon we're going to be starting the Venice Avenue 41 corner, which is gonna be a nightmare when it starts, folks. Next, this is a story out of Northport, and it goes in line with some stories that I've been posting. Sometimes I wonder if I can ever win. This time I put out I think 3 or 4 within the last few days of people that are going through hardships. Last night was a young lady. She came on because her mom is taking care of her 3 younger siblings. She's trying to find a job, and it's a rough Christmas. It's rough out there, folks. It's happening all over the place. A lot of us are going through this. I had one person email me, one person post on the page, and a couple people make comments in the thread saying, hey, one person said, if you're going to start doing this charity stuff, let me know because I'll leave your page. It's like, come on, people, have some common decency. We're in the season. I hate to see 3 little kids going without presents because they've fallen on hard times. And, that's what's happened here with the Greenwalds, but they had 2 agencies, the Catholic Charities and Jewish Family and Children's Services. They collaborated together, came to help them out. This couple has a 13-year-old and 12-year-old daughter, and basically they stepped up and helped them from being evicted from their house, which is a good thing. You hate to see these kids out in the streets. Let's see. That's it for the news. As I said, there wasn't much. Now over to the weather. As you see, I'm wearing a sweater. First of all, I'm wearing the sweater because they said there was a 5.6 swell heading out of the north, which usually is an indicator of waves. However, that wind was so strong out of the east, it's basically killing it with the high tide. So, ended up going to the gym. So, here's what Scalzi says. John Scalzi. He says that it's going to be a high of 77 today with a low of about 62. Not as cold as last night. Tomorrow should be beautiful at 81 and a low of 64. Sunday, though, the rain. It's going to be 82, but cloudy and rainy, 50% chance. And then, with that's a colder front, it's going to be a high of 75 to 73. Right now, the winds are out of the northeast 10 to 15 knots, seas are 2 to 3 foot with a moderate chop. That's more offshore versus onshore. High tide is at 11:12 today, and then there's a low tide at 3:24 and another high tide at 9:07. So bundle up. It's a little chilly out there. I'm getting ready to open up my windows and let that fresh air flow through. I'm tired of the air conditioning. All right, over to sports. This is Northport High School. This is Melick Barber and Thomas Doyner go for the block against Charlotte's Dwight Reynolds as Northport won 61 to 51. And let's see. That's it for sports. Told you, not much out there. Now, events, there's a ton of stuff. A few things today. Today we have the holiday Christmas, Sounds of Christmas at the Venice Little Theater. Starts up today, so check that out. Get you going in the Christmas mood. Next we have the annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show. It's free. Runs through tomorrow. It's at the community center, and it's a part of the Sarasota County Parks and Recreation events. So get out there, check out the arts and crafts, and see if there's anything that you like for Christmas. Next, we have the Candlelight Memorial Service. This is a thing where, actually, this starts tomorrow. There's a few things tomorrow. People can drive through this event, though, and they have 7,000 luminary candles. It starts at 7 p.m. The service will start, including Josh Price. He's a Christian singer out there that's doing really good. He's known nationally, and he's got a really good voice, so check that out. Also, tomorrow you have the Venice Symphony Sounds the Season Pop Concert. Actually, that's December 20th. I just put it up on the board, so excuse me. Tickets are on sale for that event. And that's my phone. My mom's calling me. All right. Next event that I posted is the City Scene High School Dance. This is in Northport, and this is on December 21st. So that's good things happening there out the Morgan Family Clinic. Tomorrow there are a few events. Let me see real quick. Let's go over here to my Facebook page, events, and see all real quick here. Saturday, we have the 11th Annual Project Christmas Smile. This is free dental care. My doctor, Davison Beyer, is one of the doctors participating in this in Venice. Let's see, I think it runs 8 to 12, 8 to 1 o'clock. Free dental service for anybody suffering from discomfort. Excellent. Great things. I'm glad that the dentist is doing that, and I'm glad he's my dentist there. This event here is free bicycle, toys for kids, and free groceries out at the Nokomis Community Center. They did that event last year, and it was pretty successful. Free groceries for the parents. You got to bring your kid there for the free bike and stuff. Another event that is taking place that's similar to this at the Epiphany tomorrow, and I think that's at 12 too, with the Challenger Baseball and the VPD, where they're basically giving out, I think it was 105 bikes, helmets, and some other stuff with it. This event, I heard this was fun. They had some fun activities for kids last year. The Italian American Club is having a party. It's from 1 to 3 out at their club there on the island next to the circus. So that might be something to check out tomorrow. I already told you about the Candlelight Memorial Service. And let's see, then we have this event. Christmas tree lighting. I'm going to actually be out there. I'm going to try to film it for you guys. Basically what they do is, it's great for kids. I used to bring my kids out there. A ton of kids end up, it's on that little space behind the library. They have usually arts and craft, free cookies, free juice, free picture with Santa. Santa shows up there. The mayor comes and they light up the main tree. And it's strange. They're calling it the holiday fair, but then I saw on their marquee on the island it says the Christmas tree. And as far as I know, that's the only type of tree you light up around this time is the Christmas tree. So that event will be tomorrow. I'm going to try to get out there, and I'm going to film a couple and then piece it all together, and I'll probably put it out on the net on Sunday. And that's basically it for the events that are taking place. Okay, and that's our show for today. No final thoughts or fireside chat from Frank. Just get out there, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and make the best of it. Also, one other thing is remember to visit our sponsor, the Venice Print Center, for this show. Doing good things out there. They've been out there since the 80s. They're locals. I think Randy's parents were born here or went to school here at high school. So I always love going out there and supporting the locals. So, for Francesco Abbruzzino and the Venice Scoop, ciao tutti.